Hi guys, it's me Dominique from Dominique's Diary. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and checking out today's video. Today's video, as titled, is going to be based around the amazing items that I purchased for our wedding from AliExpress and Amazon. So if this is something that you think you might enjoy, stick around and here we go. Before we get into it, I want you guys to know that there will be links down in the description box of either the exact item or similar. I will make sure it's known down there which is exact and which is similar. I planned our wedding over a 3-year span. That included the postponing of our wedding because of COVID. I cannot remember off the top of my head the price for every single item that I'm going to talk about today. But what I will do is put the price down here at the bottom of the video so that you know just how much it was that I spent on these items. They were an absolute lifesaver, I will say that. So they can't be too expensive, and plus I am a bargain hunter. So let's talk about them, shall we? Let's split this video into 2 parts. Let's talk about our Amazon items and let's talk about our AliExpress items separately. So let's talk about our AliExpress items first. So the first thing that I absolutely want to talk about, which is one of my favourite things that I purchased for our wedding day, are my wedding shoes. These are my wedding shoes and they were a bargain. I mean, just look at them. Just look at those shoes. They have this lovely sort of satin material, this green material, okay? Remember, I have worn them. I did wear them on my wedding day, so they're not going to be pristine, but they have this beautiful green satin, okay, that they're covered with. Even the heel is green satin. And then these 2 beautiful diamante, I don't even know what you call them, brooches. A lot of brides, because of it being one day out of a year that we want to celebrate, they will spend a lot of money on expensive shoes. And I think, girl, if you've got the money, then do that. If I had the money, I would do that. There were so many pairs of Jimmy Choos and Manolo Blahniks that I absolutely adored. I went to AliExpress, okay? I got the bargain heels, the green bargain heels that went with our colour theme. You can tell that we love green. I don't regret it at all. And I've worn these once since the wedding. We went to a family event and I wore these with the jumpsuit. I'm not going to wear them again apart from anniversaries now because I want to keep them, you know, looking as best as they can. Of course, yes, they have been worn, but I don't want them to be destroyed or get any marks or anything on them because they have special memories to me. If you are not looking at spending hundreds, maybe even thousands of pounds on shoes and you're happy spending £9, then I would definitely recommend having a look on AliExpress. These will be linked below. The price will be down here somewhere, and these are my beloved wedding shoes. The next item I want to talk about is my wedding tiara. Bridal shops will sell these for so much money, and don't get me wrong, they might be genuine gems, and rightly so if they are genuine gems, but if you're going to get a tiara or a crown or a headpiece that is not real, why not get it from AliExpress? I originally bought one of these. I bought the gold version, so all of the silver was gold and then the gems were green. I realised it didn't quite fit with the look I was going for, so I went back to AliExpress and bought the silver version. How pretty is that? That is pretty, guys. Come on now, look at it. That was my tiara from AliExpress that I wore in the day with my day wedding dress. Absolutely adored it. I had a bit of a mishap in the ceremony where when I said something and laughed, I tend to fling my head back when I laughed, and it literally flew back like this on my head. So it was placed like this and I flew my head back and it went like that. If you have a tiara, make sure it's put in your hair properly. But it's because, you know, it has these little hoops that you would put bobby pins through at the back. If you are looking for a tiara like mine, then this was an absolute bargain from AliExpress, and I would highly recommend purchasing one of these, or even from the same seller, for your own wedding day. The next item I want to show you is the headband that I wore for our wedding reception. I'm going to put a picture here so you can see what it looked like when I first purchased it. So it was literally true to the photo. However, now, because I wore it on the evening, the wedding reception, and I really partied hard, I did a lot of dancing, and I kind of just tore it out of my wig on the evening. it doesn't look as good, but this is it, okay? Would I wear it again? Of course I would. I will make it look as pretty as it did the first day I wore it. It is really, really pretty in the photos as well, but I'm going to be realistic with you and show you what it looks like after I've worn it. It could do with some TLC, but again, from AliExpress, bargain price, why not? I'm going to link that down below, but that is my headband that I wore at our wedding reception. Would I change it for anything else? Not in a million years. Another 2 items that I purchased from AliExpress, which I am going to put photos of here because my evening gown is in storage. The gown itself was a Justin Alexander gown, but the cape, the rhinestones, and the gorgeous rhinestone detailing that was on my shoulder were all purchased from AliExpress, and my mum put all the rhinestones onto the rhinestone kind of brooch and then attached them to the cape, and then attached the cape to my dress so that I could make my evening gown how I wanted to. For anyone who's been following my channel for a while, you might know that I do pageantry, and capes are a really big important part of me competing. I absolutely love caped dresses, so I knew that I wanted my evening gown to have a cape. I could not find the dress that would have the style of cape that I wanted, so my mum created it for me, and I think that you will all agree that my evening gown looked absolutely stunning. Now, it might surprise some of you that I actually purchased my bridesmaids and my maid of honours dresses from AliExpress. And I say I purchased, I did not purchase these dresses. They actually offered to buy their dresses themselves, and I cannot thank them enough for doing that and helping with our budget. The maid of honours dresses were 2 gorgeous silver beaded sparkly dresses. Going to put a picture here of the dresses, of my bridesmaids in their dresses. And then the bridesmaids had gorgeous green satin material that went from the chest downwards, and then at the top it was like this lovely silvery, almost goldy kind of beading on the top as well. So both of their dresses, the styles, were from AliExpress, and I think you can agree that they all looked absolutely amazing in their dresses. I would 100% say that if you are looking to get your bridesmaid dresses or even your bridal dress from AliExpress, that you look at the reviews and you make sure there are photos, because I will not purchase from a seller if there is no photo of the product at all. So please make sure you check the reviews, and please make sure you check the previous customers' photos of those items so you know what you are getting. But I think we can all agree that their dresses were absolutely stunning for the fraction of the price that they would pay if they were to get it from a store here in the UK. Talking more about the bridesmaids, because obviously they gave up their time to be my bridesmaids and my maid of honours for our wedding, I wanted to get them a gift to say thank you. They had a big goodie bag that they were given the morning of the wedding, and included in that was their clutch bags. The bridesmaids got silver clutch bags and the maid of honours got green clutch bags. Again, I'm going to put a photo here. They got earrings. I actually have a pair here, which I bought for myself. I bought a spare for myself. These green earrings, they all had these earrings. They all had the exact same style of earrings. My maid of honours had green and my bridesmaids had silver, and I have got myself a pair as well. And not forgetting the amazingly pretty hair slides that each bridesmaid had in their hair on our wedding day. Again, they were all from AliExpress. Tom's groomsmen also had gifts, which were hip flasks. These were all ordered from AliExpress. Put a picture here of them as well, and they were individually personalized. So they had their roles, so whether they were a groomsman or a best man, and their names as well. So they all had a hip flask, and they all came from AliExpress. No problems with the shipping, no scuffs or marks or anything on those hip flasks. They all had a photo and video recordings of them the morning of the wedding, drinking a little shot out of their hip flasks. Goodness knows what was in those hip flasks because the photos that came from the morning of the wedding of those guys means that it wasn't very tasty. Another item that I purchased from AliExpress for our wedding day was actually the hoop that went under my dress. This is going to lead us on to the Amazon items that I purchased for the wedding day, because I had to actually get 2 dress hoops, and then my mom pretty much sewed them together because the one wasn't enough because of the style of my dress. So my dress by the designer is considered a ball gown dress, but it also has the characteristics of an A-line dress. It kind of falls like this in the triangle shape, but then has the train at the back. I purchased a dress hoop from Amazon and a dress hoop from AliExpress. Both of them were 3 tier. One, sorry, was 3 tier and the other was 4 tier. One was just a round standard dress hoop, and the other one actually was slanted at the back to allow the dress to kind of go out and fall down and outwards rather than just down and drop, if that makes any sense. So one was from AliExpress and one was from Amazon, and then my mom pretty much connected them together. How she did that, I have absolutely no idea, but I got both hoops from Amazon and AliExpress. Moving on to our Amazon items. Our next item that we are going to be talking about from Amazon was our cake topper. This was our cake topper, and it is 2 beautiful swans. And this sat really pretty on top of our cake, and it just looked really, really beautiful. Nice and simple, not too over the top, not something that was going to fall off. I really struggled when we were planning our wedding as to a cake topper, because originally I wanted to have 2 people on the top of the cake, and I wanted them to be interracial because that is what me and Thomas are. But there is a niche in the market for interracial cake toppers. Basically, unless I shipped from America, there were no UK companies that had people that were not cartoon characters. These are the kind of designs that I was looking for. Now, there were some companies that would have 2 people of the same race. So they would have a black man and a black woman, or they would have a white man and a white woman, or if it's same-sex couples, the same. But they would not mix the 2. So you would never have a white person and a black person or Asian person mixed in a couple. And I do think that was a niche, that is a niche in the market in the UK, but there were plenty of sellers in the US that did that. If I wanted to have an interracial cake topper, I would have to have cartoon clay made cake toppers, and that's not what I wanted. That was not the style that I wanted, so I chose to go with animals and chose swans, because swans apparently mate for life and they are soulmates, and I just think that me and Thomas, I'm hoping, will spend the rest of our lives together and that we are each other's swans. So this was from Amazon, and I was so happy to find it. And because it was like, you know, it's this lovely pretty cake topper that just with the light is really pretty. And it would go with the sort of silver part of the theme of our wedding day. Going back to what my bridesmaids had in their bags, their goodie bags, I also got fans for them so that they would be able to cool down, because of course we got married in August. It did rain on our wedding day, which is absolutely fine, but inside our venue was very warm, so they did utilize their fans. They were lovely heart-shaped fans, and my mother had a fan, and I also believe that I had a fan, and my mother-in-law had fans as well. So that helped to cool everyone, all the females in the bridal party down. But they were from Amazon and went into the bridesmaids goodie bags too. The next item you see creeping in here was our seating plan tree, which I still have. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this, but this was our seating plan tree, purchased from Amazon, and we actually purchased a white version of this tree. So if I bring it closer, you'll see it's actually silver, because we spray painted it. We spray painted this tree. I also bought some Christmas tree dangling ornaments, dangled them from my tree I put fairy lights that I got from Primark, I think, around the tree, and then everyone's seating plan was hung from the tree. So this was from Amazon. Spray painted it silver. We put 2 coats of silver on this. So if you're looking for a seating plan that's a little bit different, then get one of these trees from Amazon. Why not? And finally, to finish off this video, the last item that I purchased from Amazon in preparation for our wedding was actually a brand of ring cleaner. Because when you purchase your wedding rings, a lot of companies offer to have the engagement ring cleaned. My engagement ring definitely needed cleaning. I had been wearing it every single day for 3 years in the run-up to our wedding, but I did not want to pay the prices for a professional clean. I know a lot of people will, hand on their heart, always recommend a professional clean, but I wanted to save money. So from Amazon, I ordered this pen and I washed my engagement ring with and cleaned it with this pen, and my engagement ring was so sparkly. It was like it was brand new again. It was, the light was shining from it, and I actually need to clean it again almost 6 months on from the wedding. So if you want to save money and not go to a professional, I am going to link this pen down in the description box below just for you, because I would highly recommend saving money and purchasing that pen. And guys, that is the end of my video. Those are all the items that I purchased from AliExpress and Amazon for our wedding day. I hope that it helps you. There are so many amazing gems on both of these websites. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of the items that we had for our wedding, if there's anything that's inspired you for your wedding. Also, do not forget to make sure you check reviews of each item before you purchase them to make sure they are to your standards. If you are planning a wedding, then happy wedding planning, and if you're not, if you just wanted to watch this video, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.